Hey guys, welcome back to all you guys that took off earlier and came back, and to all you guys that are still here, the degenerate traders like me. Um, I have got what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna take this time to kind of catch up with the swing trading. Not a whole lot happened last quarter. And, it was just a product of the markets. Last quarter was the first quarter since I have been swing trading that I didn't make a dime. It practically broke even on swings. I think I might have been red a couple of dollars, but that was it. And, I was concerned about it for a minute. And, I talked to both of my mentors, and they pretty much told me, look, you shouldn't have been swing trading. You did the right thing. It's like nobody is swing trading now. The market is linear. He said, just wait. It's been like this longer than they could remember, but it's just a product of coming out of last year, and just be patient, and they were right. They were 100% right. So not a whole lot was happening. I wasn't really ignoring it. It just wasn't a lot that happening. And, we went every Sunday, we go through, look at what happened. We kind of built the watch list, but, nothing really moved that much. Or nothing really moved enough to give us any profit. So, what we started to do, we kind of brainstormed and came up with, hey, look, these are the trades that are working. We weren't looking at the 20 crossovers coming off the bottom. We weren't having any oversolds because the market wasn't selling off. I think once the market sold off. But, for the most part, it was just kind of creeping up, but it was pretty much linear. So, we kind of switched our tactics a little bit, and, things are starting to, look a lot brighter. So what the swing trade, and this is what the swing trading program consists of, which everybody gets. Whether you want it or not, you have access to it. If down the road you want to get into it, it's right here. The strategies are really simple. I start out with simple strategies like in day trading. There are more intuitive strategies. There are a little bit more involved strategies like with earnings and IPOs, which we're going to cover. So I will have, adding some more advanced classes to this. I think I did the ETF strategy as well. That one's a little bit slower. You got to have a lot of patience with that. But you have access to all of that. We do our live swing session on Sunday mornings where we analyze the week, talk about what we're looking at for the coming week, some things that are coming up that we need to keep an eye on, and we build a watch list that we could focus on. Now for me, I build one watch list a week on Sundays. But if you are 100% focused on swing trading, you can actually scan every day and find more opportunities. There's nothing wrong with that. So it just depends on what your focus is. But and I will tweet out the plans. I stopped tweeting out plans of trades that weren't setting up. I didn't tweet them out because I didn't want people taking the trade thinking, okay, I sent this out, so it's okay to take it. And that's kind of what was happening. So unless a stock is triggering, I'm not going to tweet out the trade plan, because there's no trade plan if it's not triggering. And the alerts, I'm going to be able to actually do better with that, get them quicker. I think this week I've done, for the couple that I've done, I've been able to do it pretty much right after I got in. But the point is not for you guys to follow me in trades, but to learn from the trades that I take. And if you're in it, kind of we can compare notes. So that's kind of the whole purpose of this thing. So, that's what I'm looking at and working with swing trading. So now that I've got some help, the website will be up to date. Everything will be where it needs to be this weekend and going forward. They'll keep the website up to date for me. With the calendar and everything, all the calendars, activity, the trades that I'm in, the active trades that I'm in, the ones that's been closed out, everything. So I am free from a lot of the stuff that was weighing me down. All right, so looking at the market here, starting in April, we had one good week. One good week in April, the first week of April. And then the market kind of went linear a little bit. We had nice sell-offs, but there was really no opportunity here. It was really tough for swing trading. And even look now, you see when the stocks, we were gapping up. This was just terrible price action. July hit, it's totally different animal. Look at the candlestick formations relative to these. All right, so I know the last 2 days have been kind of rest days, but you can see the bulls are still in charge. We are still above the 5-day moving average. The bulls are still in charge. There's no reason why we can't see 440 or better going into the end of the week, unless we get some bad news that tanks the market. Now, we saw yesterday, we saw today, deep pullbacks in the market intraday. They got bought right back up. The bulls are still strong. They're not moving the market, but they're keeping it supported. So maybe that's a good thing, that hey, it's just a matter of time before it takes off. But that's what we're looking at in the market. Now, if you don't understand market phases, then you definitely want to go back and watch the first couple of videos in the swing classes, because the market phase tells us, okay, right here is not time to trade. Here is not time to take a long trade. We never did get any follow through here. So it did kind of trigger for long trades, but no follow through. And then we get the slow, really slow moving, low volatility. There's just no trading in this. There's no definitive direction other than it's just inching up. And you can't really make money on short-term swings doing this. So what we need of the candles to start printing like this, showing that there is some volatility, there is some movement in the market, and that's what we're looking for here. So Disney, I've been in Disney since the 1st of May. All right, the first trade I took, the first trade I took in May, on the 3rd of May. Got in it. I was looking for this thing. We're going into the summer. Everything should be clicking. No, it wasn't. We sold off again. And 170 was my ad spot. I don't have the whole chart up here. Let me look. Let me pull it up here. Let's pull the whole chart up. So you could see 170 back in through here. This was my support zone. If we lost this, then I knew we were done. Okay, and here, here's the pullback. We didn't take out the low, and we bounced. Here we pulled back. We made a higher low. So as long as we were continuing, I was good. Now here we had a deep pullback here to this support, but it rocketed off. Okay, it held support and it rocketed off, and we kind of cleared all of the moving averages again. We broke out of the top of this channel. You could see since March, it's been in this descending channel here. Support, resistance, support, resistance. On the last pullback, it rocketed through all this resistance. Now, if we can hold, this is going to be great. This is the 20-day. If we can hold the 20-day and keep pushing, we're going to be in good shape. I'm going to take some profit around 190 is what I'm looking for. And I don't see why we can't hit 200 and continue to go during the summer. This is going to be a huge trade. And like I said, even though this isn't in my standard swing trading, this is definitely going into the profit sharing bank. So we end up with 20 grand on this trade. It's going to be beautiful. So I'm really expecting big money out of this trade. Look at where there's no reason why we can't get to 200 on this. No reason. So we'll keep our eye on that. And continue to work that. The couple of trades that we closed out at the beginning of the month. We got in this one. This is one that was bouncing, coming off the bottom. This was an oversold. And this is the one, and we talked about this before I went on vacation. A little bit too greedy. Should have taken profit here. All right. Here on the 2nd, I think it was Friday, I had to kill it. I wasn't 100% here. I was trying to pack and get things ready for the trip. But, start looking at this. We weren't going anywhere. And it turned out to be the right thing because in a couple of days it pulled back. And all I did on vacation was put in my stops. That's all I did. I didn't spend time looking at stuff or doing anything. I tried to separate myself from the market as much as I could. And, this one, we locked in just over $1,400 on this one. not bad. The other one that we took, BYND, that we got in, and both of these stocks I was hoping would mature before the end of the month, but they didn't. So ended up having to take this. I did take some profit on the 30th on this, and we pulled back and ended up having to take it out, break even. And you can see it pulled all the way back. This one I thought had huge potential, but it just failed on us. So in this one, 1900. So we've got two halfway decent trades or base hits, as you can, or bunts basically is what they are, on swings so far. Now the one that we took, this is where we're at right now. These are the two that we've got in the books. SQ is the one that we got in at the beginning of the week. This was the trade plan I sent out. It was gapping up a little bit, so we did get it the open. I think my entry was really, really bad. I got in at 245. I probably should have waited for a pullback, but I got in at 245, so my entry is not the best, but I still think we can get 260 out of this. And you can see this is the entry here. We're holding the 20-day. As long as we're holding it, we're in good shape. Because here was the break that I bought it on. We pulled back to it. We're holding it. We make higher lows, especially if we hold this 240 level. I may take profit at 255, but I'm sure we can get 260 here and maybe work our way, up. So this one, I haven't bailed out because technically we're still in play. I wasn't going to let it scare me out. You have to be patient and let these things go. So that's the trade that I'm in. So let's look at a couple of the ones that we're going to go through the watch list and, look at what happened on these stocks here. So Airbnb, I was looking at. The other week, I think I lost some on a day trade on this. But I was looking for this to potentially take out this descending resistance, just like we saw on the first stock we looked at. But I can't remember the damn ticker now. But it didn't. It rejected. We couldn't push through it. It rejected. It pulled back. Maybe it'll try again next week. But right now, this is dead. I didn't send out a trade plan on it because it was not triggering. It wasn't looking good. We needed it to open above this descending resistance. It didn't. So, walked away from it. Okay, ALLY, this is another one that it pulled back. Not necessarily is coming off the bottom of this channel is what we're looking at. And here we needed to get over this ascending, this resistance now was support. One more moving average to take out, I think the 50-day. So we were kind of looking at this one. And let's see what this one did. So Monday, you see it actually opened lower than Friday's close, so there was no trigger there. And we just have not been able to take out this 50-day. This 50-day is holding it. Once it breaks, you got a room for a good move up towards 60. But it's got to take out the 50-day. Let's see, when does it report earnings? It report earnings next week. So it should be pushing up. All right. AMGN, I heard this one mentioned a couple times today. But had AMGN on here thinking that this would hit 260. This stock can definitely make a run to 260 in a week. Couple days to a week. You know, this is one of those stocks, but it wasn't looking good on Monday. Shoot. AMG. Oh, I spelled it out. That's what I did. See, it wasn't looking good Monday. You can see it's just kind of flatlined here. Hasn't really done much. So again, all of these, I did not send out the trade plan because they weren't triggering. If I send out the trade plan and for some reason a lot of traders, a lot of students weren't paying attention to the entry trigger, they were getting in, and just looking at the targets and the stop. Wasn't looking at the entry trigger. So I decided I'm not going to send out trade plans on stocks that aren't triggering, just to eliminate confusion. CAT, this one made a strong move the last time on earnings. So I thought, let me see, earnings, when did earnings come out on this? Thought it was coming up. Yeah, July 30th, in a couple of weeks. This made a strong move going into earnings. So I was kind of looking for that. Here we were coming off the bottom of this channel. But a lot of these stocks that were coming off the bottom of his channel did not follow through. It did not follow through. And you can see we had a red day yesterday. Today it pulled back. This is the third time in a month that it's tested this level. Third time in a month. So we'll have to wait and see if this holds up. But again, there's really no trade in this until we get out over like 222. And then it's got some, it probably has some steam in it. COF was the other one. You can see this one was breaking. This one was coming off the bottom of his channel too. Another stock coming off the bottom. And let's see what happened to it. Now you can see this was Monday's candle. Monday's candle was strong, but did it trigger? Nope, it opened below Friday's close. It did make a strong move, but there was no follow through in it. So this is another reason why, look, I know there's no guarantee that it's going to work if it triggers, but it's more likely to work if you wait for the legit trigger before you take this. So this one wasn't triggering Monday, and it made a strong move Monday. I know a couple of people took this. They text me, and now they're frustrated because they're right back to their entry, and in some cases a little bit less. But I shouldn't have to tell you don't take the trade if it doesn't trigger. That's the simplicity of this trading. You know what the trigger is. If it triggers, you take it. You know where your stop is. If it hits your stop, you take it off. It's just that simple. I know it's not easy to execute, but the process, the procedure is just that simple. That was that. That's all the ones that was on the watch list this week. They were all 20s. They were all coming off the bottom of their channel for the most part. But SQ was the only one that actually triggered and actually made a decent move. And it's just been resting. Again, I think it's been resting, just like the market for the last couple of days. If it loses to 20, makes a lower low, it's pretty much done. The move is done. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this not for class, but as a separate video covering the swing trades. And it may be at the last hour of the day. I don't know how that's going to work for those that are here that want to hear it, or if I'm just going to record it and post it. But we're going to cover the watch list, talk about the stocks that worked, the stocks that didn't work, the ones that I'm in, any questions you may have about the ones that you're in, and just kind of take it from there. And that's going to be the plan. Still having the live sessions on Sundays. That's where you can ask me questions live, and we go through, build a watch list, talk about what the market did the previous week, what we're looking for it to do the next week, all that good stuff. But that's what we're going to be doing. Also in the morning, we'll be talking about it like I've done the last couple of days. The active swing trade, what the plan is. I'll, tweet that out. Post it in chat, tweet that out. So you know what my plan is for the stock. Not so that you can follow me in and out, but for you to be able to see what's happening, see what I'm doing, try to understand it. So you can add more to your toolbox. All right, so does anybody have any questions? So once I'm done with this, then I'm going to do the day trading recap, record it for YouTube, and my work day will be done. No questions? Glad I was able to put you guys to sleep. Because swing trading is boring. It is very boring. So, but It can be very profitable. You better be glad your nails didn't dig into my leg, because these people would have heard me scream. All right, so yeah, that's where we are with swings. Last quarter, I mean, I could have been a train wreck. I could have wrecked myself, but I didn't. Um, I was smart. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I got the support from my mentors that, they don't tell me. One thing about them, they're like me. They're not going to sugarcoat me. If I do something wrong or stupid, they'll tell me. And both of them were happy with the way I was reading the market, and everything was on point. So that's one bright spot, and things are starting out this month pretty good. So everything is looking positive. Let's see. Are you deleting any of the other swing classes? Nope. I will not be deleting anything. Actually, the classes that I'm adding will be added to the swing trade class, the latest swing trade class. Nothing about my strategy or anything has really changed to where I needed to update the swing classes. Plus, we do the session every Sunday morning, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm just going to add the new classes to the current swing class. So it'll be added to the end of them. Because everything changed dealing with earnings. Everything changed. It's a whole new ball game. So the edge that I had for several years is gone. COVID stole it from me. So now I'm having to do different things. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Trading with Trump is definitely different than trading with Biden. we just don't have the big volatility, the big swings that we used to get. Biden is really measured in what he says and he does. He's a career politician. I'm gonna find out if this guy can help me do that. If there's a way to do that. But I know on your phone, if you have the Twitter app, you can set an alert so that when I do tweet, your phone will alert you. So you can, make an alert with a specific ringtone so that when a tweet comes through, you'll get alerted. I still, won't have time. Personally, I won't have time to email out and all that stuff. Okay. Hey, Nala. All right. All right, guys. So I'm gonna kill this recording and get it uploading, and I'm just gonna do the day trading one here, and I'll be done. So if you guys have any questions about the swing trading or anything, just shoot me an email.